everyone, and welcome to another episode of Brett's Brain. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most often overlooked reasons that startups fail. Hey, I'm Brett Roll, a venture capitalist and former entrepreneur. If you like this content, make sure you like it, subscribe, share, do all those things. And if you want one of your questions answered, just put it in the comment section, and we do our best to get to all of them. I go and I answer them all myself. So that one reason that's often overlooked that causes so many startup failures is culture. It actually is one of the things that killed one of my startups a long time ago now, but I made one bad hire and the culture of our entire organization went downhill and everybody was demotivated. It's such an important thing. When you raise a round of capital or when you're building your company as a founder, it's your job to create the culture that you want. Now, there isn't one right culture. There's lots of different ways you can build culture. There's lots of different things you can do to set the culture that works for you and your organization. It doesn't have to be ping pong tables and beer in the office. Like that might work for some people and that's okay, but it might be something completely different for your organization. Don't try and copy somebody else's culture. You have to be true to yourself. And it has to start at the top. It has to start with the founders and the CEO. You have to live it and breathe it. Otherwise, nobody else is going to. Culture is incredibly important. And the most common area where this goes wrong is after you've raised a round of capital. After you raise a round of capital, you often feel a lot of pressure to hire really quickly because you've just told a whole bunch of investors that you're going to do all of these things and make all of this progress. And it usually starts with more people. And so you're trying to put butts in seats and you're trying to find people with the right skill sets. And you might find the perfect person with a great resume. But as you're interviewing them, you kind of realize, this isn't a great culture fit. Don't ever give in on culture. That's just as important as the other skill sets they have. Because if you bring somebody in that's a poor culture fit, you're going to ruin the rest of the organization, especially if you're a senior leader in your organization, which is the mistake that I made. Nobody else is going to be motivated. Work is going to go down. Throughput's going to go down. People aren't going to want to come. So be really careful about it. Don't rush your hires. And in fact, at the earliest stages, I'd recommend that you have all of your employees interview everybody. If you only have 4 or 5 people, every single one of them should interview all new hires. And tell them to worry about, hey, do you think you could work with this person? Do they fit our culture? They don't necessarily need to be doing technical interviews, but let them give their input and see how they feel. You'd be surprised at how much runway a bad culture hire can cause your company and can turn a great rocket ship and have it sink into the ground. Make sure culture is one of the things that you worry about and you're intentional about as the CEO of your startup. I'm Brett. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and ask us questions if you have any.